Okay, and here we go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Online. If you haven't subscribed already, please get yourself over to BWTM Online. So we're talking the post-fight review of Andy Ruiz, or Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz. So I gave you my thoughts on this fight, a preview on how dangerous Andy Ruiz was. I got thumbs down, I got told I was a hater, and all the rest of it. I don't buy propaganda, and I don't buy into what isn't there. I see what a fighter does, and then I make an adjustment, a call on what a fighter does. I said Anthony Joshua had no jab. I also said that he had to control the range against Andy Ruiz. I said Anthony Joshua is very good if he boxes. He's good if he boxes. When he starts to engage, that's where Joshua is most vulnerable. Somebody called me a hater for that, a certified hater. I'm not a certified hater. I just know my boxing. Or I try to know about boxing, try to educate myself about it. Uncle Bashir and many others turned around and said to me, oh yeah, Joshua's going to blow him out there. Joshua's blown nobody out of the water in the first couple of rounds at world level. He just doesn't do it. He doesn't do that. You have to think about the mindset of this guy. And from the start, there was something wrong. I said, when you travel to America, it's a totally different proposition than boxing at home. Some people, when they go to America, they can perform. They're global stars. They can perform. Other people, when they go to America, they freeze. They can't perform. Now, Andy Ruiz has always been a guy that when you engage with him, he will throw punches back. And Joshua's a guy that engages. If you go and look at the Dillian Whyte fight, if you go and look at the Klitschko fight, particularly Dillian Whyte fight, Dillian Whyte, when Joshua got hurt by Dillian Whyte, watch how he first got hurt. Left hook. I said, Andy Ruiz, the left hook is a dangerous punch against Anthony Joshua. And when he dropped the Ruiz, people are like, yeah, that's what Joshua's all about. And what did he do not even 30 seconds later? He gets himself engaged and gets caught. Hold on a second. This might be Uncle Bashir on the line. Hold on. Uncle. Uncle. I'm live at the moment. Did you want to pop on for 5 minutes and have a word? Do you want to come on for 5 minutes? I'm live. Literally live at the moment. Okay, come on. Okay, hold on. Yeah. Uncle Bashir, welcome to the room. The Honourable Uncle Bashir.
Yeah, I should keep quiet now, right?
Well, sometimes in life, you can learn something from your students.
Listen, I can't believe this. I can't believe the news. I can't believe it.
What do you mean? I mean, it's believable. Joshua was...
I can't. Listen, I know Ruiz is a tough fighter, but Ruiz upsets Joshua for the heavyweight championship of the world? No, I just can't. I can't believe it. I'm having a problem digesting it.
I don't.
Listen, not that Ruiz is a bad fighter. I don't mean it like that, because he's a very good fighter. He's a courageous fighter. But I just didn't see that coming. I plainly didn't see it coming. And the people who bet money on Ruiz walked away with a lot of money tonight, because he had to be a 1,000 to 1 underdog.
Well, I told people to go stick a tenner on it. This up to today, I told them to go stick a tenner on Ruiz. There ain't nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Yeah, well, if somebody bet the house on them, they walking away tonight with a fat wristwatch and a big purse.
Unrivaled boxing one.
I just didn't see it coming.
Okay. I broke it down. For me, I broke it down as this. I saw what Dillian Whyte did against Joshua. An injured Dillian Whyte did. An unfit Dillian Whyte.
I just missed that. I thought that he had got better since then.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't improved since then. Well, who's he thought that was going to back him up and challenge him in that way?
I said to you some time ago that there were flaws, some chinks in Joshua's armor that needed to be corrected.
Yeah, like his chin. His chin is terrible. You can't correct that chin. You've got to give him better defense. He comes out boxing using a jab. I told you he had a non-existent jab. He's pulling with a jab, and all his all down the left side is all open and exposed. He's jabbing Ruiz. Not hard jabs, flicking jabs, flicking jabs, flicking jabs. And he's got his right hand waiting. And he actually catches Ruiz with a right hand and drops Ruiz on the canvas. And I said, he needs to be careful now, Joshua, because when he goes on the attack, he leaves himself vulnerable. And as I said that, Joshua's on the canvas. Not once, but twice. It was embarrassing. And then later on, he got stopped. Right? He was complaining about getting stopped, but he wasn't going to win that fight. And coming into the ring, he did not carry himself like a unified heavyweight champion looking to make a statement. He was in the corner. He was getting massaged by one of his trainers, massaging his shoulders. Oh, Josh, how big muscles you've got. Then he had the gumshoe in his mouth. And I'm like, what are you doing? He did not give the impression of a guy that was heavyweight champion of the world and had, an intimidating factor about him. When Mike Tyson came to the ring, there was an intimidating factor. Joshua came to that fight half knowing he was going to get knocked out. That's what it seemed to me. His whole body language was all wrong. And the difference between Klitschko and Dillian Whyte is that with Dillian Whyte, he was injured and unfit, so he couldn't finish it off. As for Klitschko, he let Joshua off the hook in that 5th round. I said, if Andy Ruiz catches Joshua with a good shot, he's got fast hands. He'll explode. I said, all he needs to do is catch him one left hook. And what does he do? Bingo, the left hook catches Joshua, and then Ruiz is onto him. Joshua's done. Joshua's done because everyone knows you hit him on the chin, he's going to go over, and he doesn't recover. And until he changes his trainer, who's dreadful, until he changes his trainer, this is the problem he's going to have.
I said some time ago, that I was critical of the things they was working on. I saw it. I kept telling you, they need to correct the flaws that he has before. What did I say to you? I said, preventive maintenance. You're supposed to do maintenance. You don't let a condition remain the same. You do maintenance. You have to correct certain things before the floodgates open. And that's what happened tonight. What round was it?
7.
7th round.
He got dropped in the 3rd. That is Frank Bruno all over again. I kept saying it, and everyone said to me I was a Joshua hater. And those people who call me a Joshua hater, I bet they don't show their face in this room. They won't do it. I said, this is Frank Bruno Mark II. Joshua selling Lucozade.
Well, I was one of the guys. I didn't expect this. I expected a tough fight.
I know.
I expected Joshua to pass the test.
No.
To look for bigger and better things ahead, but that's why the Wilder fight never happened.
Who would be a suitable new trainer for AJ? Uncle James Ali Bashir is the best trainer he can have. He's the best trainer he could have. And I'm not just saying it. He is the best trainer he can have.
Yeah, because I would have corrected the flaws. I believe I am the best trainer for him. I really believe it.
Who else can train heavyweights like Bashir can?
Because you know why? Because I'm looking for flaws before they happen. I'm looking to correct the wrong things before they happen. And I saw that. I told you some time ago, he has flaws that need to be corrected. And I did not see no corrections in the training efforts that they've done on the internet. I didn't see it. I didn't see it in the fights, I mean, Joseph Parker had an excellent chance to win the title. He just didn't step up. Joseph Parker against Joshua reminded me of Jennings against Vladimir Klitschko. Vladimir had an off night boxing Jennings, but if Jennings had the guile and the willpower and the desire, he may have won the heavyweight championship that night. It was a close fight. Jennings kept it close. So if you don't correct certain things, then you're bound for destruction. And when you called me up and said that Joshua was knocked out in 7 by Ruiz. And
I also said, this is a guy that's got confidence issues. Now, one of the big things is, remember, he wasn't fighting at home. He was fighting away from home in America. So you've got the pressure of the fans. You've got the pressure of the media. You've got the PR you've got to do. You've got to sell yourself. You're in America. You're no longer at home with the comforts of Wembley. You just roll up and fight. You're now in the unknown. People don't know you. So Joshua takes this fight against Ruiz. Dangerous fight. Dangerous fight. Ruiz has got a good chin. He's short squat. And I said, go back to your amateur days. Who's the guy that beat Joshua? A guy that was short and squat and got inside close. I said it.
Yeah.
Uncle Bashir, you need to bring me into your training camps now, Uncle.
He got there. He got there.
I said if and he hurt him to the body as well. He hurt him to the body to finish the fight off. He hurt him to the body, and then the next round he came out and got stopped.
And what was the corner doing?
I ain't got a clue what he was doing.
I mean, they didn't put the vocals in the corner?
I don't know.
Oh, God. Well, so much for that.
And you know what?
I'll be the first. I'll be the first to say that I didn't see that coming. I was totally wrong. I'll be the first to say it, and I did not expect it. It caught me completely off guard, and I didn't see it coming.
He actually gave the belts to Ruiz during the press conference. Gave the belts to Ruiz. Which heavyweight champion have you seen give belts to the challenger?
He gave the belts to him.
He gave the belts to him in the press conference. He let him hold his belts. All of them.
Yeah, he wouldn't have held my belts. Nobody holds my belts. You can win them, but you can't hold them.
And all these fanboys and all these AJ fanboys, I said, how is your boy going to win the fight? How is he winning the fight? Oh, he's going to steamroll him. I said, well, if he goes out there and tries to steamroll, you see them? You can't go he's like Khan. You can't go steamrolling guys like Andy Ruiz. Because as you go and steamroll him, he's got short hands. His punches are going to get there quicker than your punches. Your long arms, and you're going to come close and engage with a short guy. Yeah, good luck to you on that. Good luck to you on it. You're playing the lottery. You've got long arms. Instead of you keep a distance and use your jab and use your long right hand and tie him up close. No, you want to come mid-range with a guy like Andy Ruiz and then trade with a guy like Andy Ruiz. Yo, you deserve to get knocked out.
Well, it shows another thing that, he's unnerved when he's fighting away from home. Jarrell Miller's got to be kicking himself in the pants right now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And all these people said, oh, Deontay Wilder, Joshua's a 50-50 fight. No way. No way. Wilder would take him out real early. If that's what Andy Ruiz did to him, imagine what Wilder would do to him. Joshua would get beaten before he got in that ring.
Yeah. Yeah, Wilder's the man. He's the man.
I've been saying it. But
it's not good. Upset in the heavyweight division.
Really? It's not even really upset. I don't call it upset. I don't see upset. If somebody's got technical flaws that we can both see.
Well, according to the odds makers, it was an upset.
Well, they don't know that. They don't know. Most of them don't know they're boxing themselves. That's the problem. They go with what the promoter's saying. Listen, that was justice. That was justice for the garbage that we saw tonight.
I'm telling you, I know Joshua is reeling because I'm reeling. I'm sitting in my living room and I'm reeling.
Good.
I can't believe.
For him,
I can't believe Ruiz is the unified heavyweight champion of the world. Well, except for one belt, but he's the unified heavyweight champion of the world. Joshua just rolled over here to get the belts away. You said he don't have no chin, and people said he have.
Here we go. Here we go. Here comes a fanboy in the room. The stoppage was premature, mate. Premature. You want your boy to get laid out, right? He was not going to win the fight. He was getting slower and slower and slower.
Who was the referee?
I don't know the referee, but you see,
stoppage was premature.
He got dropped 4 times. Premature.
He got dropped 4 times, but the stoppage was premature.
Well, he was back against the ropes, and I think the referee came and stopped it. He looked in his eyes, said, "No, no, no more."
Well, we got to find out. I got to see the fight. You know, it doesn't look good for the champion to be on the ropes and getting pounded by a guy that wasn't ready.
That's Ruiz.
That didn't look ready. That didn't look ready, but obviously he was ready.
That fight, which I'm so glad happened. The only reason why I'm glad it happened is because it serves the zone, right? So just Joshua first. Then after that, Katie Taylor was getting a pounding. She must have won 2 rounds out of 10. And yet Katie Taylor got a win. And then Ray Robinson outboxed, outpunched, outthought, outmaneuvered, outslicked, outskilled Josh Kelly. 7 rounds to 3, in my opinion. And this guy gets a majority draw.
Yeah, because Eddie Hearn. Because Eddie Hearn, that's why.
Joshua will get knocked out faster in a rematch. He'll get knocked out faster in a rematch because between now and the rematch, if the rematch is like how they did with, if they're going to be careful, this don't end up like David Price. Joshua needs to go away and he needs to get a new team and he needs to rebuild. He needs to keep away from Andy Ruiz and he needs to get his skill set right. Right? If people tell him to go and take that automatic rematch, he'll get knocked out again. The same thing happened to David Price will happen to Anthony Joshua. Why? Because Joshua will want to engage. And as he engages, he's vulnerable to the left hook. The same punch that he got rocked with against Dillian White all those years ago is the same punch he got rocked with Ruiz.
Yeah, because they didn't do preventive maintenance. I've told you as far back as 2 years ago, they need to do preventive maintenance. When you have a large construction, you have to do preventive maintenance to make sure that what could happen doesn't happen. And that's what they failed to do with Joshua. But one of the things, I don't know the whole story. You know, I don't know the whole story, what they could or should have done. But there was some things that I saw, that I observed, that I told you off air.
Yes.
That I observed, you know, things that I explained to you off air that made him vulnerable. You know, and what happened was Ruiz obviously saw those same things. Nobody was doing any preventive maintenance on it. Nobody did anything to change it. You know, and arrogance, you know, it happens. In my opinion, it was arrogance. Arrogance says that I don't need to change. I'm the heavyweight champion. I'll get by this. You know? So there it is. He's the ex-heavyweight champion now. He had a good thing going. So that makes Deontay Wilder the man.
Well, people say Tyson Fury is the man, but I don't agree with that. But we'll see.
Wow.
I mean, Tyson Fury, good boxer, but he does nothing spectacular for me. He's okay. There's nothing spectacular about him. When you look at Wilder, you look at a man who really is about business. I look at Tyson, I don't see a man that's about business. I see a man he's not about business. When you look at Wilder, he looks like a heavyweight champion of the world. He looks like a man that's about business. He looks like a man who's about business. And that's what Deontay Wilder is. When I look at Anthony Joshua, the whole body language was wrong from the start. The body language was wrong. The minute he landed in America, the body language was wrong. Absolutely wrong. And then when I saw him at the press conference, again, the body language looked wrong. Then coming to the ring, the body language looked wrong. When he was standing in the ring, the body language was wrong. Laying up against the ropes like some king and getting his shoulders massaged. Who does those things as heavyweight champion? And then you bring in a Navy SEAL?
Yeah, I said last night when we spoke, I said that wasn't a good look. It didn't help Kenny Norton, and what did I say? It won't help Anthony Joshua. That made him really look bad when he brought in the psychologist. That made him look bad. And then you did that there on your first trip to another country. So I said last night that does not put him in a good place.
The thing is, we look for the red flags, especially when somebody's going to fight for another country. You look for the red flags, and there were loads of red flags floating around, loads of them. I'm like, this ain't right. This can't be right. Body language don't look right. He's coming to ring. He don't look right. He didn't look right from the minute he was coming to ring. He didn't look right. Did not look right. When he came to ring, he didn't look right. And then he was in the ring and he had his gum shield in his mouth and he was biting. And when he was walking to ring, he looked nervous. He looked like a guy and he was biting down in his mouth and grimacing and like, yeah, I can do this. I can do this. Like the self-belief wasn't there. And he didn't carry him. Like there's a certain era about being a heavyweight champion of the world. There's a sort of behavior you have. And he didn't have that behavior. He looked like a beaten guy before he got in the ring.
Right. I understand the body language, the expressions.
And I said, Ruiz, we'll know if Ruiz is in this fight within the first 30 seconds. Because if Ruiz was going off the back foot, I said, Joshua's got this fight. I said, if Ruiz gets on the front foot and starts double jagging Joshua, there's a problem. How can you let a man with short arms be out jabbing you? How can Andy Ruiz be out jabbing you, beating you to the punch?
Yeah.
And people say Joshua's got a great jab. If he had a great jab, Andy Ruiz wouldn't be able to do what he did. He hasn't got a good jab at all. He hasn't. He's putting the jab and he's bringing the jab down by the side and he's keeping it by his waist. And it's not like he's throwing the jab and he's turning his shoulder and jabbing. He's throwing weak jabs to the chest and to the body. I'm like, what are you doing? Those punches are not doing anything. Like there's no double jab right hand straight through the middle. You would have thought that would have been a combination for Ruiz. Double jab right hand, double jab backhand as Ruiz is coming in. Or like I was saying in the video, the build up. What I want to see, I said it today. What I want to see from Josh Ruiz, doubling jab, using the right hand as Ruiz comes in, hit him with the uppercut, tie him, spin him, turn him round, lean on him. That's the sort of things Lennox Lewis used to do. Lennox would grab you, as you know, and lean on you. I didn't see any of that. I didn't see Joshua trying to tie up Ruiz and use the jab and tie him up and lean on him and say, look, you know what? For the first 5 to 6 rounds, we're going to lean on this guy. We're going to tie this guy out. I've got a better stamina. I'm a fitter guy. Let me lean on this guy. Let me tie this guy out. Let me really put my weight on him. And from round 7 onwards, after we break him down, then we're going to go for Ruiz. You're going to try and go for Ruiz early in round 3. The man who's mentally and emotionally fired up. Andy Ruiz, I don't know if they even did the homework matchroom. Andy Ruiz stopped boxing. He was under Abel Sanchez. He stopped boxing because of the sort of abuse he was getting online. And I told people this yesterday. And I said, Andy Ruiz stopped boxing and went to a construction site with his family, and he gave up on boxing because people were mocking him about his weight and how fat he was and all this stuff. And now he comes back. I said, this guy's come back now to fight. He's dangerous. He's come back to prove a point. And all the haters and all the people saying, oh, you're fat, you're this, you're that. He's come back. He's come back. And I said, one night.
Yeah, he's come back in a big way.
One night.
He's a heavyweight champion.
And emotionally, we've seen before, in fighters, not great, spectacular fighters, emotionally right. You just need to be right for those 36 minutes. And you change the place of history. Just to be, and he was emotionally, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually in the right place. Joshua was all in the wrong place.
Well, you can't make a horse drink. You could take him to water, but you can't make him drink. Like I said, there were things in his style, in his applications, that were all wrong. And I told you that as far back as 2 years ago, that they needed to be corrected. They needed to be checked and corrected. And they never did that. Arrogance. We got this. Don't worry. We got this. Well, he's the ex-champion now.
Now his career begins. Now his career begins.
Yep. That's what it would seem like. That's what it would seem like. Because he's in a bad place.
And what I don't understand is boxing fans don't see this. Klitschko had been beaten by Fury. He took 2 years out of the ring. He comes back and he puts Joshua on his backside. But people are talking like Joshua's invincible and he's unstoppable. He went life and death with a guy that was 42 years old and hadn't boxed for 2 years. And that, if you think about it, was his highlight fight. Nobody cares about the Joseph Parker fight. Nobody cares about the Povetkin fight. People care about the fact that it was one of the greatest fights in boxing history. No, it wasn't. It was exposing a young fighter for what he really is. And Klitschko, if he really was, if he had a decent corner, would have stopped Joshua that night. And we won't be talking about Anthony Joshua today.
Yeah. Well, we all have to digest that. I will. Because I thought for sure that, you know, he was going to be in a good place in that fight. But didn't happen.
Eddie said,
I'm shocked. I'm shocked that this happened.
Eddie said that Joshua's going to come back stronger. I don't know if he can get any stronger than he actually is. Some things are just inbuilt within people's mindset. And listen, this is a guy who was getting constantly knocked out in sparring. Constantly knocked out in sparring. So eventually, that which was in the darkness was going to come into light. Cruiserweight's knocking you out in sparring. Cruiserweight's knocking you out in sparring.
Well, we just got to see now how he bounces back. Can he get back in the saddle? You know, can he hold his ground? Can he bounce back and get over what happened? It's going to be tough. I tell you that.
He's done. He's done. He's done. And you've got to be careful he doesn't end up like the David Price situation. They have to learn now. Listen to me, Matchroom and Anthony Joshua, learn from David Price. Do not jump in a rematch with Andy Ruiz like that. Go away and learn your trade. Get a good quality trainer that's going to help you. You need a quality trainer, not a name trainer, not a fancy name trainer, but a trainer who understands heavyweight history. You need a trainer that's going to give you defense because you've got no defense. You need to learn distance and timing, when to engage and when not to engage. The way Joshua got knocked out there is very similar to Amir Khan. Weak chin, doesn't know when to engage. Defensively irresponsible. We were talking only the other night about Bright Jennings being defensively responsible. Anthony Joshua is the opposite of that. He's defensively irresponsible. He doesn't think about what's coming back. See, when you fight bums, let me change that. When you fight guys that are not on the caliber that you are, when you fight that's a lower level opposition, when you do that and you're used to just knocking guys over, they don't throw anything back at you. So you get into the habit of that. And then you get into big fights where people start throwing punches back at you and you have to think, hold on a second, I'm getting tagged here. And then you go out and fight a guy who actually is a slugger. Because that's what Ruiz is. He's a slugger. He's not a boxer, he's a slugger. So you stand in the pocket with a guy who's a noted slugger. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That don't make no sense. You box your attributes. Use your jab. Use your right hand.
Is Ruiz the first Mexican heavyweight champion?
He is indeed.
The first Mexican heavyweight champion. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him because he paid his dues.
Yeah,
I thought he got jobbed in the Parker fight.
Of course he did.
So, you know, I thought he got jobbed in that fight. So it's a good thing now that he won the heavyweight championship. He's the first Mexican heavyweight champion. So, yeah, I'm really happy for him, you know. You know, he won the fight fair and square. And obviously there's nothing Joshua could do about it. Nothing he could do about it. And like I said, like you said, it's not wild for him to go straight back.
I wouldn't go back. I would turn the lights off. I'd turn the lights off. I don't know if you can now, but you'll have to turn the lights off. If there's a rematch in that contract, swerve that rematch. Swerve that rematch. And don't go anywhere near Deontay Wilder.
Oh, no.
No, don't go anywhere near Deontay Wilder.
Deontay Wilder's the last thing on his mind.
Don't go anywhere near Deontay Wilder and forget about Tyson Fury. Don't even go anywhere near Tyson Fury either. Distance and timing.
No, I think, you know, Tyson Fury would beat him.
Of course Tyson beat him. See, all the experts are coming out now. The same experts that were slamming me for saying all the stuff I've been saying about Joshua for so long. You're a certified hater. You hate Joshua. I just didn't see what all the big fuss was about. I just didn't see it. Bruno, for always slam Bruno, Bruno had an excellent left jab. He had an excellent left jab. When he hit with that Jeff jab, your head would be rocking back. And then he had a big right hand that came with it as well. Bruno was limited, but the difference between Bruno and Joshua, well, Bruno's so HP source.
The next 30 days for Anthony Joshua is going to be very, very rough.
30 days? Nah. Let's no.
Well, the next 30 is 30.
No. This is what I predicted years ago. This is where now he's not champion anymore. It's all going to start coming out, the stuff about Anthony Joshua. Wait and see. He's in the UK. He's going to get absolutely crucified now. He's going to find out who his friends are because all them people are hanging around him at the moment. They're going to go for dust. I remember when Lennox Lewis got knocked out by Oliver McCall, and Lennox Lewis wasn't even that much respected by the British press or British public because they kept seeing him as Canadian. I remember the next morning, Lennox Lewis standing outside a fire brigade with a busted lip and shades on. Anthony Joshua hasn't got what Lennox Lewis was made of. I'm sorry, he hasn't.
Lennox got knocked out twice.
He got knocked out twice, but the way he got knocked out, yeah, he was technically flawed, but I don't think... But you didn't hear about Lennox Lewis getting constantly knocked out in sparring, did you? No, you didn't. Constantly getting knocked out in sparring by cruiserweights and anything?
I was there for much of the time that Lennox... I was there for like maybe his last 14 fights. I was witness to the sparring, you know, for his last 14 fights. You know, I was there in the camp, you know, constantly in the camp, and I was witnessing his sparring, you know, and no, he wasn't getting knocked out. Here
we go. It's interesting here. Joshua was constantly asking in the corner what to do. He seemed like he had no clue what he was doing. Rob told him throw the left and the right, and AJ turned around and said, what left? He looked like he was, I tell you, when he came out, he looked like he was in space. He looked like he was drugged or something. He looks in space, Joshua. He looked in complete space.
He said, what left?
I've got to go out just to see. I've got to go out and watch Hearn's face. I've got to go out and see Hearn's face. This is poetic justice at the highest level of poetic justice. You rob people blind, Hearn. You and your matchroom, you rob people blind. Ray Robinson got robbed tonight. And the poor girl that fought Katie Robinson, a part-time police officer, no, a part-time boxer, is a police officer, yeah? And she had to get funding to fight the Olympic champion, Katie Taylor. And this girl gave Katie Taylor an ass whooping. Whooping.
Right.
And they gave it to Katie Taylor.
They gave it to her.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm so glad. Oh my God, I'm so glad. I was praying because I was fed up of seeing this garbage. Poetic justice. Good. Poetic justice.
They jobbed the girl.
They jobbed the girl and they jobbed Ray Robinson.
Ray Robinson was fighting as a welterweight?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Fought against Josh Kelly. Josh Kelly was terrible. Hands down by the side. You can't punch. Hands down by the side. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Wow. You jobbing people in national team. So in other words, everybody from Britain lost tonight.
No. Everybody from Britain won tonight.
Yeah, but they really lost.
Yeah. That girl should have been undisputed champion. And basically, the match from apart from Buatsu, who fought a complete and utter, well, the guy wasn't very good. Is a guy that James DeGale knocked out about 3 years ago in 3 rounds. And then he fought, and then the other guy was Boatsy fought him, and then we had Chris Algieri fight against Tommy Coyle, but he stopped Coyle, so that was good. And Coyle's the UK guy, and then you had Callum Smith against Chris Algieri.
Chris stopped him?
Yeah, Chris stopped him. And then you had Callum Smith against Nadam, whose best days were at middleweight. The first time Callum hit him, his legs were gone, and it was just a matter of... And then he knocked him out, similar to how Wilder knocked out Brazil. The same right hand, straight from the middle. Yeah.
Oh, man. You never can tell, man. You know, these fights, and then the Katie Taylor lost, and the other kid that fought Ray Robinson, he lost, and they did all kinds of things to make sure they won the fight.
Dillian White has just put he says just the link. Drugs don't work on Twitter.
Who Dillian said drugs don't work on Twitter?
No, drugs don't work in terms of Joshua.
Right.
Because he thinks Joshua's been when he goes out to Dubai, he does cycling and cycles out the stuff. That's what White's been saying.
Yeah, Dillian White been trying to get the rematch with Joshua for the longest.
No, I told you, and I said I said to you, Dillian White should fight Joshua because he hasn't improved. Dillian White's improved. Joshua has not improved. That's why they didn't want to fight.
I told you that Dillian White deserved to fight. He deserved. He's done everything that they asked him to do. The 2 fights with Chisora, the fights prior to Chisora, the fights after Chisora, he did everything that was requested of him, and he did it, so he deserved to fight. But Eddie Hearn, they knew that's why they were protecting him.
Ruiz only had a 6-week training camp.
Well, he's the heavyweight champion now.
Oh, that's made my day. It's made my evening. It's made it pleasurable. Great pleasure. This is what happens when you get greedy, Hearn. This is what happens.
Okay, all right. Let's do a follow-up tomorrow.
Okay.
I have to sleep on this now.
Oh, cool. Sleep. Don't have too many nightmares. So now...
Listen, I was wrong. Congratulations to John Ruiz. I was wrong.
Andy Ruiz. Give the man his credit. You keep giving credit to John Ruiz. It's Andy Ruiz.
Oh, I keep saying John Ruiz.
Leave John Ruiz alone, the poor guy.
Andy Ruiz. I'm sorry. Well, I'm going to get his name right because he's the heavyweight champion. But I was very, very wrong. This is the first time I've been wrong in a long time. I was very, very wrong. I apologize. He's the heavyweight champion. I didn't see that coming. He's the heavyweight champion. He deserves respect. And I'm happy for him. He's the first Mexican heavyweight champion, so I'm happy for him. I'm glad that he did it, but I just didn't see it coming. I didn't see that coming. I thought it was a shoe-in that Joshua would win the fight, that he would handle the opposition. I thought that he would get out there and box and use his natural ability to win the fight. I knew it wasn't going to be a walkover, but I felt that he would win the fight. And then you call me and say he's been knocked out, and I'm saying, what? So, I mean, stranger things that happen. You know, stranger things that happen. It happened to Lennox Lewis twice. Yeah. Ambushed by Alva McCall, ambushed by Hassan Rockman. You know, so strangest thing that happened. Let's see now if Anthony Joshua can bounce back.
Nah. No. Absolutely not. Not with his setup. He'll have to come to you. You're the only person he needs to come to. I'm not just saying that. You're the person Joshua needs to come to. And he should have come to you in the beginning.
Arrogance, bro. You know, you hear and you're getting this Shooby-Doo training. You know, that's what I call it, the Shooby-Doo training. And, you know, as long as it ain't broke, nobody tried to fix it.
I had somebody come in the room and say that Wilder's got no technique. He's got plenty technique. He would not have gotten. Wilder would not have got himself entangled in that stuff he got entangled tonight. Wilder's got a better jab than Joshua. He's got a better right hand than Joshua. He knows how time and distance and timing is far better than Joshua's. right? So I suggest you keep quiet about Wilder. Keep very quiet because you're a Joshua fanboy. I would go and put your head under a cover and cry tonight. Go and cry.
That's so funny.
Go and cry. Go and cry. All of you Joshua fanboys out there.
Hey, Ingram, you on your stage tonight.
Oh, I've got Uncle. I've been getting so much stick about this Joshua thing. It's about time. You know, it's come out now. It's all come out. And by the way, thank you, haters. Thank you, because you're the reason why Andy Ruiz is back in boxing. You're the reason why Andy Ruiz is now heavyweight champion of the world, because you mocked him about his weight. He's a fat boy. He's fat. He's overweight. Oh, he looks like a Mr. Marshmallow. And Ruiz.
How tall is Andy Ruiz? Andy Ruiz is what? I've never seen him in person. So what is he? 6'6"? What is he?
6'2", 6'3"?
Oh, he's kind of tall.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was 6'2", 6'3". He's kind of tall.
So
he's
so well done to all the haters out there who hate Andy Ruiz and hate fat people.
Okay, all right. I'm going to sleep. I'll see you tomorrow.
Good night, Uncle.
Good night.
Good night. I'm done. I've said my point. I'm done. Go back and listen to the review. Go and listen to the preview. Go and listen to what I said today or earlier today while I was in the park. Go listen to what I said about this fight. I saw it coming. Why Robert McCracken couldn't see it coming, I don't know. And that is all the fanboys of Joshua. Where are they? Do you think Andy Ruiz reigns for a long time? Andy Ruiz, like I said before, I think Andy Ruiz is a much better fighter than people give him credit for. 1. 2, I said he was emotionally charged for that night. I don't know if Andy Ruiz's character will allow him to stay heavyweight champion. I don't know Andy Ruiz. If it was he was emotionally charged that night, then will he ever reach those heights again? That's the question. Against a guy like Anthony Joshua, Andy Ruiz is going to look very good because Joshua doesn't know distance and timing, and he doesn't have a very good jab. And Joshua is not very good. He hasn't got defensive attributes about him. Any guy that allows Andy Ruiz to get mid-range to up close, the curtains, because Andy Ruiz wins those fights. But there are the heavyweights that I think that would give, and I think I'd like to see Andy Ruiz and Dillian White, actually. I would like to see Dillian White and Andy Ruiz fight. I think that would be a good fight. It would be a very good fight. Well, let's see how Dillian White does against Rivas. That's no foregone conclusion. Yeah. And I saw Andy Ruiz as an unbeaten fighter because I didn't think Parker beat Ruiz. So I kept saying to people, Joshua's chin, Joshua's chin, Joshua's chin. So now you're going to say all the AJ fans are going to jump to Andy Ruiz now. Now Andy Ruiz is going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread now. Joshua was missing a lot tonight. Some champion, shake my head. Both Eddie Hearn fighters lost. I think Ruiz also dropped the blueprint on how to get close and take Joshua out. They know that, and the fact that he gasses quickly. Joshua irrelevant now. Said it. So now he's done. He's finished. Joshua's finished. Oh, well, how can you say that? He's finished. Like I said, they need to be careful because the way they matchmake is Matchroom. They need to be careful that they don't do what they did to David Price, which is stick him in an immediate rematch. You got to honor the contract. Wait, you've got a rematch. Hold it. Go get a trainer. Listen, Joshua Hearn. I don't know why I'm still helping you people out. Get Bashir in your corner. Get Bashir in your corner if you want to become heavyweight champion of the world. Get James Eddie Bashir in your corner. A guy's got 50 years of experience in boxing. What Bashir knows in one hand, what McCracken knows in one hand, right? Bashir knows from head to toe. Right, McCracken can't teach Joshua anything. What needs to happen is Joshua needs to go to Bashir. That needs to happen. Remember when Lennox Lewis got knocked out by Oliver McCall because of technical flaws? He needs to go to Bashir. A world-class trainer and guru. Joshua needs a mentor and a trainer. He doesn't need a trainer. He needs someone who's going to work with him physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. I think he's mentally weak, Joshua. And I've said this before. I said this before when he was in America. I think he got intimidated by the whole experience, personally. Blame Drake. Yeah, the Drake curse. Why was he trying to brawl? LOL. Joshua is shite. He was trying to brawl because he didn't know anything else. He had no other option. He didn't have a jab. The person that called me a certified Joshua hater, and those people that keep putting the thumbs down, good. Keep going. He doesn't have a good jab. Joshua's hand was here when he was boxing. You need to have the jab out here and jabbing there and ramming that jab out and bringing it back. He was jabbing and bringing the hand down here. What are you doing? And then he got caught with body shots as well, the way he got caught with the body shots. Tyson Fury beats Ruiz. Fury beats Ruiz. Easy. Easy. The reason why Fury beat Ruiz? Because Fury will use the jab and he'll spin him and he'll tie him up. Because Fury knows how to hold, he knows how to tie up. Fury would beat Ruiz. Fury's style would beat Ruiz easy. I do agree with your assertion on Joshua having a weak mindset. I think Ruiz's head movement shocked AJ, which threw him off. I told you. Again, go back and look at my video. I said, AJ, I said, what Ruiz has to do to win the fight, he only has to move his head an inch there and an inch there. Make Joshua miss with a jab. Make him miss with the right hand. And then make him hesitant. Throw your own right hand. So when Joshua throws his, you throw your own. And I said, the guy, I remember saying this, breaking this down before. I said, the guy that can throw with Joshua beats him. You've got long arms. That's where Ruiz should have been. No, Ruiz was here. And he's got shorter arms. So when Ruiz is here, like in terms of space and distance, you're going to get hurt. Because your left jab now is flying over his head. Your right hand is flying over his head. Is match room destroyed now? Right. I'm going, you know what? I ain't even going to bed. You know what? I'm going to spend an hour playing some FIFA. You know what? Because I'm overjoyed. I'm happy. I'm going to celebrate this day. June the 1st, 2019. It took time, but poetic justice. Oh, how poetic justice. You fly all the way to America to see your golden boy get an ass whooping. Go sing Sweet Carolina now. Love your stream, brother. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe. Football manager? Well, you can do football manager. Yeah, why not? Just completely underestimated Ruiz. Plus, new players made him nervous. Wilder's the most powerful heavyweight in the world now. At least Joshua Wilder's saga is over. AJ's trash. You can't spin it now, Hearn. You can't spin it no more. You and Barry can't spin. Oh, AJ's the best heavyweight in the world. Can't spin it no more. You fanboys can't say no more. You can't say it no more. People think I've got a delight in Joshua getting beat. It's not the delight in Joshua getting beat. It's the delight in seeing poetic justice. You rob people all night long. So, of course, the ultimate had to happen. No rematch. Do not take the rematch. Just take a leaf out of David Price's book in terms of immediate rematch. Do not exercise that rematch. Do not. Because you exercise that rematch, we'll say you get a rematch in December, January to rematch Ruiz. Are you really going to have learned that much in time? No. No immediate rematch. Take the rematch, yes, but maybe in a year from now. Go get a proper trainer now. Get a proper trainer that's going to elevate you. A guy's worked with heavyweights for a long time. Bring in James Ali Bashir. You've worked with Bashir before, Joshua. It's not like you haven't. And you had the opportunity to work with him. But, oh, no. You knew best. You knew best. And all these people talk about Fury's the best heavyweight in the world. He's not the most impressive heavyweight in the world. He's not the most devastating heavyweight in the world. And you know, Fury's a good fighter. But the rematch, that'll get put to bed. The rematch, Fury versus Wilder, will get put to bed. I'm telling you. Now, Andy Ruiz beats Wilder. Andy Ruiz won't beat Wilder. You know why Andy Ruiz won't beat Wilder? Two things. First of all, he's going to have to get past the jab. And when he gets past the jab, he's going to walk onto the right hand. And if slow-ass Joshua can hit Ruiz with a right hand, you can be damn sure that Wilder's going to get Ruiz with a right hand. Stop the talk about Ruiz beating Wilder. Stop it. Stop it. You're the same guys that said, turned around and said that Ruiz was going to get blown out in 3 rounds by Joshua. Stop it. Stop that rubbish talk. People who know boxing understand. He will never beat Wilder. Never. No, never. If you're getting dropped, listen, if you got dropped by Joshua, right? If you're getting dropped by Joshua, then God knows what's going to happen if you get hit by Wilder. Who's got a better straight jab, he's got a better jab than Joshua, and he's got a better right hand than Joshua. For all the people that say, he's got poor technique, I don't know what eyes you're looking with, but Wilder's got a better jab than Joshua, and he's got a better right hand than Joshua. Who's my top 5 heavyweights now? Wilder 1, Fury 2, and the rest can work themselves out afterwards. You know a fight I'd like to see? Hughie Fury versus Ruiz. That fight should be made. Fury versus Ruiz. Hughie Fury will box better than Joshua did. I know a lot of people don't rate Hughie Fury, but Hughie's got the jab and he's got the boxing ability to box circles around Ruiz. The only thing about Hughie Fury is when the range is closed on him, that's why I'm concerned. Funny how Eddie is already trying to activate the rematch clause because he needs the money. Well, it's not good. Could you imagine if Usyk had boxed Joshua now? Oh my God. Usyk versus Ruiz. Usyk will beat Ruiz. Yes, I am from the UK. I am so funny. I've now got to stop this now and I have to watch Eduardo spinning this Joshua situation. I need a good laugh. I need a good laugh. Oh man. I need a good laugh. I need a laugh. And I need a good laugh. I feel sorry. I do feel sorry for Joshua because he's got caught up in the arrogance. He's got caught up in that. When you hang around them kind of people, that's what happens. But yeah, glad, happy, delighted. That's it from me. Please go back, subscribe to the channel, go back and look at the video I did about Andy Ruiz haters. Go back and listen to that video, and then go back again and listen to the preview and listen to what I said to Uncle Bashir about the fight. Listen, somebody said to me, I must honor the great Bashir. Well, I did. I didn't agree with him. Yep. I'm so proud for Andrew Ruiz. Viva Mexico! I'm out. Have a great night.